So you finally got your baby down for a nap, only to find that 10 minutes later they're awake again. So much for that hour's peace, hey? Well, I have some tried and tested methods that can help you extend your baby's nap times during the day. And it can be very frustrating when they don't sleep as long as you would like them to. But I can help you, and then you can get those longer periods of time in the day, either to rest yourself or to get those things done that just seem impossible to do when baby's around. So what do you do about that? First of all, you really have to keep an eye on their sleep cues. Get to know your baby's sleep cues. Because if a baby especially gets overtired, then they are going to struggle to fall asleep and stay asleep. There are sleep cues for when your baby is mildly tired. There's sleep cues for when they're getting really desperate for sleep, and there's sleep cues for when they are overtired. And learning those sleep cues will definitely help. Having a calming pre-nap routine will help you avoid the overstimulation. So you can't play with baby or get them to have tummy time or put them under a jungle gym and then just whip them out and go, right, now we're going to put you to bed. They need to wind down. They need that calming, soothing, let's get ready to sleep 5-10 minutes. So you do have to have a pre-nap routine. It can consist of you just changing their diaper. If they're very tiny, I would wrap them in a swaddle because that keeps them safe and it stops the Moro reflex or the startle reflex from waking them up shortly after they've fallen asleep when they're going through their sleep cycle. So swaddling can really help with young babies. Otherwise, you need to give them a cuddle, rock them a bit, sing a lullaby, and then put them down. You could play some music, put on a white noise machine. Have a routine that you do that is very calming and settles them, and then they're more likely to stay asleep for longer. And they will recognize the nap routine as you do it more often, and they will know that sleep is coming up. So you have prepared them for sleep the best that you possibly can. Always ensure that your baby is well fed before you put them down for a sleep. Hunger will wake them up very quickly. So if it's been a long time since they were fed, chances are they will only take a short nap. If they have been fed more frequently, once you've made sure that they are winded and they're comfortable, they're more likely to sleep for a longer period of time. Another thing to take into consideration is maybe they're going through a nap transition. So take a look at their age and their recommended sleep requirements for that age in a 24-hour period and see if it's time to nap transition or consolidate naps. So a short nap that they're taking may be that they're ready to drop it, or it may be that they're just in a transition and it's like a cat nap and they don't need a full nap anymore. So if you pop over to our website, you will find by age a lot of information about how much sleep your child needs in a 24-hour period and how many naps, and also how to nap transition. Separation anxiety can be another cause of your baby waking from their naps quickly. During a nap time, your baby doesn't sleep solidly. They will come in and out of sleep, from deep sleep into light sleep. And if they are suffering from separation anxiety or they do not know how to self-settle, then they are more likely to wake and cry for you. Spending short times away from you with family and friends can help, or you encouraging them to do independent play. This means putting them in a safe place where you leave the room for a while and you come back and you check on them. Even these short periods of time will get them used to the fact that once you've left the room that you are going to come back, and that will reduce their separation anxiety. We also have more information about separation anxiety in other videos and on the website. So there'll be links in the description box below for those. Going back to the self-settling, if your baby is not able to self-settle, again, when they come out of deep sleep into light sleep, chances are they are going to want you to be there. So you're going to have to do a little bit of sleep training. Firstly, I would say don't rush in every time you hear them make a sound, because sometimes they will learn to resettle themselves, especially the case with younger babies who haven't got used to the fact that you're going to pick them up every time they make a sound. If you do have to go in, try and resettle them within the crib. So you can pat them, you can put a hand on them, rub their tummy, do something, but try not to pick them up. If you do have to pick them up very briefly and resettle them. Just because they've woken quickly from a nap doesn't mean that they can't go back to sleep. Of course, there are the normal things that you should do, that you would do at night time, which really also apply to nap time. The room needs to be conducive to sleep. Once your baby gets to a certain age, they're going to be more aware of sounds around them. So I would make sure that they're taking their naps in a designated sleep space. Newborn babies will sleep practically anywhere, but after a few weeks, they will be woken by noises in the house. So putting them in a designated sleep space with a white noise machine in a room that's dimly lit, they will really help keep your baby asleep for longer. 2 other things I would advise to help with naps is to make sure that your little one has plenty of opportunity to practice new skills. Babies' brains are developing at a very rapid rate, and if they don't get the opportunity to practice their new skills, then when they're asleep, their brain is still thinking too much about what it needs to learn. It's also important that you get outside every day. Exposing your baby to natural light balances their circadian rhythm and it gets them into a healthy sleep pattern. And they're more likely to sleep well if they've had some fresh air. One final tip, if you're trying to extend nap times and establish a healthy nap routine, or you're going through a nap transition, try and ensure that your baby is taking then most of their naps, 99% of their naps, at home in a designated sleep space until you've got it established. Then it doesn't matter if you're going out so much, because in order to establish that routine, it's just a lot easier for you to control if you're at home. And it shouldn't take too long. And once you've got them into that routine, then you can take them out, and if they fall asleep in the stroller occasionally or in the back of the car, that's fine. But while you're trying to nail that nap schedule and get them to have proper longer naps during the day or consolidate their naps, then I would advise that you take the majority of those naps at home in that designated sleep space that you have control over. Obviously, these are just guidelines. And keeping a close eye on your baby's individual sleep cues, knowing your baby's personality, is what is going to be key to the success of this and extending their nap times. As I've explained, there are numerous reasons why they might not be sleeping as long as they should, but there are things that you can do to encourage them to do so. And hopefully by applying some of those, or all of them even, your baby will start to nap for longer periods during the day. Now, as I said, there is lots of information on our website about nap transitions, about separation anxiety, about playing with your newborn and watching for sleep cues, etc., etc. So all of those things you can find on the website, and we'll put links in the description box below. You could also download our free bedtime and nap cheat sheet, because on that there's some very quick and simple things that you can apply every day to your sleep routine to ensure that your baby is getting enough sleep. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I always like to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.